Welcome to Gravity Throttle Racing. My name is Aaron Tate.
And this is Richard Gere. Race fans, let's learn about some more of the teams.
Coming to us from Oregon is G-Force Racing. They are driving the Subaru WRX. The drivers are Giorgio in the number 27 and Christy in the number 28. Also from Oregon.
Really?
That's right. Is the Maker's Box. And the team is driving 1987 MBX Ford RS200s. All right, Richard, quick quiz. What does DRT3K stand for?
Diecast Racing Theater 3000.
And what state?
Oregon again?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Richard?
Okay, well, let's get to the racing. Here we go. G4 Diecast is in lane 1. Monster Motorsports in lane 2. Chase Family in 3. And Diecast Racing Theater or Team in lane 4. There we go! What a nice start. A great angle for the start, and it's a wonderful beginning for Chase Family again in the lead, sliding down the drift turn, cartwheeling one and twice, and look at G4 screaming down. Oh, and there's a crash, and it's G4 in the lead down the runway. Behind him is Monster Motorsports. Look at those four cars make their way around, and we don't see any others so far. One car is crashed by G4, and one car is stuck by Monster. But G4 takes first, Monster in second, and DRT3K in third. No one from Chase is finished. What in the world does that sign say?
Will work for Uranus Fudge. Oh, Cousin Ricky, always making a mess of things. He's got that gorilla addicted. Meanwhile, let's take a look here at some great drifting. DRT3K slides in behind Chase as they make their way around over the bridge. Chase gets off the road. Watch this poor gentleman blown away by some fantastic racing. But an accident ensues, and two of the four drivers are stuck. And now the train is racing down while these drivers are having to drive in backwards. Pretty amazing how they do that. And finally, down the scrambler, two more get stuck halfway down, leaving only 3 to finish and score, with 8 points for G4, 7 for Monster, and 6 for DRT3K.
And the second race for this group is now about to begin with DRT3K on the inside, G4 next to him, Monster in lane 3, and Chase has the outside. Once again, lights are yellow. Wait for it, and here's the start. Very nice, DRT3K, but it's G4 in the lead, and Monster's flipped over. It looks like both may be stuck. A little bit of over drifting by Chase. That is very uncharacteristic. Meanwhile, it is G4 Diecast with a clear lead. Just zooming down runway 3. Others are behind, but further behind. Oh, another car's tipped over. Who's going to get across? G4 in first. Oh, my goodness. And here comes DRT3K, second and third. And I think G4 takes fourth, and Chase has got fifth.
Well, in this group, Richard is very fast. Let's go to the instant replay and see what happened here at the beginning. As Monster, the front car catches the edge of the snow, flips over on its side. Watch carefully now as the rear driver manages to drag the other car past. Coming onto the drift pad, though, comes straight into the wall. Look at how Chase is struggling as well. That really sets all of them behind. Chase is well behind, as you can see here from the overhead shot. And what a gorgeous view as the Honda Civic Type Rs from G4 Diecast are just clearing the way. They are quite fast. There goes Chase. The score after both races today, Chase Family with only 4, DRT3K with 19, G4 with 21, and Monster with 7 to add to their current scores.
Well, now it's time for group number 2. Ironbeard Customs in lane 1, Numbskull Racing in lane 2, Dubious in 3, and EP Video is in lane 4 on the outside there. Ironbeard Customs closest to us, and the lights are yellow as they're gearing up and going. Nice start by everyone. Dubious has the lead, edging out EP Videos, and here comes Numbskull on the inside line, down the Joker lane. Look at that coordinated drifting by Dubious, and there's some trouble with EP on the drift. Further back, and quite a battle going on as Numbskull comes out first and pulls ahead of Dubious. Oh, bowling his way around. Look at him come around the big U. And the other drivers behind. There's a scrum. And the others are behind. Numbskull spins around and takes first. Here comes Dubious in second place. Quite a mess developing here at the finish line. And I believe Ironbeard Customs took third with EP Video in fourth.
We definitely have a lot to sort out here on Instant Replay, beginning with Ironbeard Customs taking a spill after the creek jump. For EP Videos, things turn south very quickly as the lead driver just gets stuck. The rear driver does manage to carry on. And now, on the Joker lane, there's a battle between Ironbeard Customs lead driver and Numbskull is able to pull ahead. He then continues on and pushes Dubious aside. Now look at Ironbeard Customs in the blue as he's battling back there. Remember, he was right behind Numbskull, going from 5th to 3rd. Now look at what EP Videos does as he shipwrecks the rear driver of Numbskull and comes in. There are your scores after the first round.
Very good, Aaron. And now, the cars have rotated with EP Video on the inside lane. Ironbeard Customs next to him, Numbskull in lane 3, and Dubious. Diecast on the outside lane. There we see EP Videos closest to us. And the green lights are off. Oh, nice start by everyone. It is Dubious that has a lead, and Numbskull's edging him out. Look at EP Video fly down on the Joker lane. Numbskull hits the drift wall hard. Here comes Dubious. All 8 drivers still in it. Coming around, it is EP Video in first place, and the rear driver passes Ironbeard Customs around the big U. Look at them file in one by one. EP Video in the lead, and it's Ironbeard Customs coming through for the win. EP in 2nd and 3rd, Ironbeard 4th, Numbskull 5th, Dubious Diecast in 6th, Numbskull will take 7th, and rounding out will be Dubious in 8th. All 8 drivers.
And Richard, I have a feeling this is going to be a continued, highly competitive round. Numbskull there loses a spot for failing to heed to the drift. Look at the Joker lane as they all file in, with EP in the lead, but Ironbeard Customs pressing him. And now over the bridge, the others come around the main lanes, but EP and Ironbeard take off down runway 3. EP passes Ironbeard. It is Dubious that passes Numbskull. The rear driver of Numbskull slides out but holds off the rear driver of Dubious, and here they come around. Single file. Look at that battle going on as Numbskull maintains the lead. Now coming down, Ironbeard Customs with a legendary pass of both EP drivers takes first. The scores show Dubious with 15, EP with 18, Ironbeard with 19, Numbskull with 14 to add to their current score.
What a fantastic way to go into halftime. Aaron, who's going to be our next Soapbox Derby entry?
Well, it's a giant Lego-themed red wagon, but obviously those Lego people are not real.
Oh.
So let's meet the real drivers.
Harvey. Oh. Billy. Hold my beer, guys.
Hey, look at that. Yoda's going to give him a push. Oops.
Let's see now. Harvey is lying down and Billy is trying to drive. Boy, that's dangerous. Look at Harvey. Oh! Ow! He almost got ran over. Billy's still on. He's looking good. Ooh, what happened there?
I think the Lego guy with the ponytail and mustache hit his head.
Okay, well, here they go again. Attempt number 2. Looks like Billy's leaning forward. Oh! Ow! I think he scraped his nose that time. These guys are tough. Now what's happening with Harvey? Oh boy, he's going for a ride. Good luck. Oh gosh, he just got eaten by the wagon there.
Ouch. Yeah, that means he gets a break. Mo's gonna check him out. Maybe Yoda can heal him. Billy's hanging on there. Look at that, Richard.
Yeah, Aaron, look at that. He really is doing well. Let's see how he steers and he drifts around the Joker lane. Boy, Billy is pretty good up behind the wheel. Oh, he got spun around now. Yeah, now he's going real slow there, Aaron.
Hey, Grogu, can you, speed up that wagon? I'm getting a little bored.
Hey, you know what, Aaron, I think he heard you. Look at that. He's going a little bit faster now. And coming through!
He actually went slower than Chester Cheetah.
And race fans, let's get into the third group here. On the inside is the A-Team. Arlo is next to him. Then we've got Marco Polo. And on the outside is Manchild Motorsports in the yellow cars. Closest to us are the Canadians, and whoa! It is Arlo rocketing out, but so fast he tips over, and now rocket number 2. Polo Racing comes in, drifting around. The rear car takes the lead, and look how far ahead he is, and he's already crashed. Oh dear. And yeah, somebody's going to make it through. There is the Canadian driver coming in. I don't know if anybody else has made it. Lots of accidents. We could have a lone finisher here. 8 points for first place by our Canadian team. We need the Jeopardy theme music. Is anybody else coming around? And here we go. Oh, it's Manchild Motorsports backing it in and taking second place.
All right, Henry's fans, let's go back here to instant replay and figure out why so few people wanted to finish. Arlo immediately, both cars. Check this out, the front and the rear driver just somehow get torqued over on their bellies, turtling it quite well. And then look at the front driver of the A-Team snake through the snow, and it's the rear driver that had to give him the assist to keep things going. Looking so good was Polo Racing Team. The rear driver of Manchild Motorsports is gonna barely make it around, but keep your eyes on that number 97, because as the accidents accrue with the Polo Racing Team, check out what happens here as the rear driver of Manchild Motorsports comes in, tries to loosen up his buddy, and has no recourse except to come in backwards. 2 finishers. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
The drivers now are ready for their second race of the day as they've all rotated now clockwise. We've got Manchild Motorsports on the inside, the A-Team, Arlo, and then on the outside is Marco Polo and the Polo Racing Team. The lights are yellow. Here we go. What another great start. Arlo is scooting out in the lead. Look at the close competition from the A-Team on the inside as they make their way down. Good drifting by Arlo. Wow, what a big hit into the wall, and look at him scream on down. Holding it together just barely and coming in. He's got a sizable lead. Down runway 3. Back and forth he goes. He's losing speed. Where are the other drivers, though? Oh, almost sliding out, and here comes the Polo Racing Team looking to make a pass. Here they come down the finish line. Arlo's going to take first, and the Polo Racing Team will finish second and third. That is it.
Well, race fans, it started off so promising for all the drivers. Arlo comes in screaming in, and look at the coordinated, beautiful drifting by the Polo Racing Team. And around, they look like they have the lead. Check out what happens here with Manchild Motorsports and the rear driver of the Canadian team as they get stuck in the Joker lane. And then Arlo, the rear driver, tumbles over, leaving only, wait a minute, it is the A-Team front driver that gets caught at the apex of the sharp right turn. Only 3 drivers remain after both races. The A-Team adds 8 points. Manchild Motorsports adds 7, Polo Racing Team will add 13, and Arlo will add 8.
Here is the final grouping, race fans. The Empire will face off against Miniature Car Racing, Maker's Box Motors, and G-Force Racing there on the end. Oh, the Dark Sith Lords are here on the inside as the lights are yellow. There, what a great start. What a great start by MCR. Whoa, what a crazy accident. We're not sure what just happened there. It looks like most of the drivers are still in play. We did lose one G-Force driver. I hope they weren't killed by the Sith Lord. Meanwhile, look at MCR just blast down the runway, clearly in the lead. Coming out. Will he keep it together? And he crosses the finish line for first place. 8 points for him. Oh, the rear driver crashes. Here comes Maker's Box Motor for second. Maker's Box, the rear driver, takes third. And that is it.
Oh, Richard, you're gonna love this. The lead Sith Lord, Darth Maul, does take a fall. Check this out. But it has nothing to do with what happened with G-Force Diecast. As the rear driver turns over, and Darth Maul tumbles his way, heading straight for Elizabeth the paramedic. He doesn't realize she's a Jedi.
She's a Jedi?
That's right, Richard. That kill that we heard was from Elizabeth.
Wow. I wonder what Darth said.
He's as clumsy as he is stupid.
All right, well, let's get back here to the racing replay action. Race fans, take a look at MCR. Both drivers are looking great, and there comes the other drivers, including the rear driver for the Sith Lords, Darth Sidious. But in the end, Maker's Box gets a second and third place and 13 points, in MCR with 8.
Race fans, here we are with the final race of the day. G-Force on the inside, the Empire next to them. MCR, and then on the outside lane will be Maker's Box Motors. The lights are already yellow. And it's a wonderful start for MCR as he has the lead, and here comes G-Force Diecast Racing ahead of the Sith Lords down the Joker lane. Good drifting. Oh, it looks like the rear driver. The rear driver of MCR is stuck. The lead driver is going backwards. That's not good. Here comes G-Force. Down runway 3, but spinning around. Oh dear, what a messy race so far, and now it is MCR that is stuck. G-Force comes around onto the scrambler first, spinning through and coming in head first. G-Force gets 8. Here we go for the rest. Oh, and the Sith Lord is chasing down the rear driver. 7 points. Remember, there's 5 points for Maker's Box. And Sith Lord is still limping down. The Scrambler. No way. Oh, what a cheap shot that is. No kill there.
And one more time, race fans, let's go back to the top. The top of Shavano Mountain Raceway. On the outside lane, Maker's Box Motors, the rear driver gets to bouncing, and you see all that energy lost. One driver is out. MCR loses a driver as the rear driver collides with the front driver, and we are witnessing, wow! One more look at this, race fans. Just remember, no steering wheel, no control but gravity, and you have just witnessed a 180 drift during a race, only on GTR. Take a look at the Sith Lords right behind, and they're trying, hungry for the kill, as MCR slides out. Oh, wow! One Sith Lord almost gets him. Oh! There is a kill. G-Force Racing has a great race this time, collecting 15 points in the second race. Maker's Box Motors gets 18 in total. MCR loses 4 this round, and the Sith Lords have 1 kill.
And race fans, the afternoon sun is starting to settle down on Shavano Mountain Raceway. Let's take a look at the scores after the third round. We spin it around and we have a new leader. DRT 3K has 60 points and has overtaken the lead by 1. In the very first race, G4 Diecast Racing broke their own record by 1/1000th of a second, and we found a new Jedi.
Are you tracking?